Hello, this is Daniel Mart, and today I'm going to be doing another review. This time around, I'm going to be doing a review for Jurassic World. Yeah, probably one of the biggest events of this summer. Same thing with Age of Ultron, maybe Ant-Man if you want to include it, but that Terminator Genesis, definitely one of the biggest events of the summer, and this year definitely one of the biggest blockbuster events of this year for sure. Um, so yeah. So in this movie you have Chris Pratt, the actors Chris Pratt, Bryce Dallas Howard, Vincent D'Onofrio, Ty Simpkins, um, Ty Simpkins, Irafan Irafan, Khan, Nick Robinson, Omar Sy, B.D. Wong, Judy Greer, and I believe that's it for the main characters. So yeah. Before I begin, no 10-second spoiler warning as usual for those who have yet to actually watch the movie and haven't already. Um, Stop the video, go check it out, and come back and watch the rest of this review. 10-second spoiler warning as usual, starting now. Okay, so 10 seconds are up. So for those who have yet to actually watch the movie and haven't already, which by this point you should have. For fuck's sake, it broke box office records in its first weekend. But for those who haven't watched it for whatever reason, yet please don't comment down below. Be messaging me, and I'm gonna give you fair warning because as usual I did. So yeah, it's been 22 years since the events of Jurassic Park. I assume it's Jurassic Park 3. No, I'm joking. No, they said it's 22 years since the events of Jurassic Park, but the original Jurassic Park. And basically, this is how they set it out, that the events of Jurassic Park 2 and 3 are still canon, but they're not really going to mention it. So we have that. So basically, Jurassic. So yeah, basically now you have this Jurassic Park or Jurassic World. Um, and basically they've been open for like about since like 2005, so for the past 10 years, and they're basically at this low point apparently in for their profits. They're at a low point, so what they decide to do, um, well, basically what they decide to do is basically they decide to create another dinosaur because humans, us, get tired of new things after like 5 minutes, which is probably true. It's probably fucking true. Yeah, I mean, yeah, God's sakes, I get tired of a lot of stuff, new stuff within like almost a day after. Um, so yeah, so humanity as a whole, we get lazy, we don't give a shit anymore. So now they decide to create a new dinosaur to spike up ticket sales because every time you do that, it spikes up ticket sales. Sounds logical. So they decide to create the Indominus fucking Rex. I mean, it's really just called the Indominus Rex. But oh my fucking gosh, this motherfucker right here. I'm kind of glad they didn't really show him that much in the trailers. Then again, I didn't watch that much of the trailers. So yeah. So basically, the Indominus Rex is made by the DNA of every single dinosaur ever known to man. Um, with the T-Rex being the base one, you also have raptors being thrown in there. Basically, every single dinosaur known to man, as well as cuttlefish and snake. Because logic, I guess. So I mean, yeah, and the Indominus Rex, he outsmarts the humans, and now he's on a killing spree all over Jurassic World. You have Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard. Chris Pratt is like the dinosaur whisperer for like raptors. He's like he goes raptors with his little clicking things like. Okay, listen to me, listen to me, listen to me. That was actually a pretty cool scene. So you have him doing that. He's basically a dino whisperer, to say the least, and he does a pretty good job at it till everything goes to shit. Bryce Dallas Howard, she actually has a bigger role than I expected. I thought she was gonna have like a more timid role, damsel in distress, and she does have that. She has that cliche for a couple parts, but she's actually pretty badass. Not as badass as Chris Pratt, but pretty badass. So yeah, then you have the two kids, the obligatory two kids. In this case, you have Ty Simpkins and Nick Robinson. So yeah, and Ty Simpkins, he was in Iron Man 3. He was Harley. Nick Robinson, he sounds familiar. But from what I have no idea. Um, yeah, I mean, he's been in some stuff. Yeah, he was in Boardwalk Empire apparently. So I think that's where I heard him from. So yeah, I mean, even though he was only in like one episode, from what it seems like. Um, yeah. So the obligatory two kids. That was actually pretty good. That was actually pretty good. The story with the two kids, because all shit goes to hell when they're in like this like glass dome, and it's pretty good. And overall, I think it's a great action movie. It's a great sci-fi movie, great adventures, drama. It's a great movie as a whole. Oh my gosh. There's this one scene where the pterodactyls, major fucking spoilers right now, kind of. The pterodactyls were kind of just going crazy, ape shit all over the park. And they grabbed the nanny basically. They grabbed the two kids' nannies. The kids' nanny for whatever reason. I don't. At first, why do they have a nanny? But whatever. So they grab the nanny, and they're basically jumping over the fucking water. Then this fucking Jaws times 500 just comes, the fucking Megalodon just comes out and kills them. Kills the pterodactyl and kills the fucking Andy. That was a brutal fucking death. We saw that in the trailers with the fucking shark where it just comes out of nowhere. It's like, boom. So that was great. I mean, yeah, I mean, they have Vincent fucking D'Onofrio here. I mean, he's Full Metal Jacket, right? Great movie. I know he's Daredevil right now. He's in Daredevil. He portrays Kingpin right now in Daredevil. So yeah, Vincent D'Onofrio. His character was kind of more of a cartoon. I mean, he wanted to weaponize dinosaurs, which makes sense to some extent. I mean, if you had that, what's toy line? I know there's a toy line where you have weaponized dinos or something like that. I know there's an actual toy line. So I guess he was paying with that too much. I mean, yeah, but I guess every time you have dinosaurs, you need to weaponize them or some bullshit like that. That's basically his character. I wanted him to fucking die so fucking bad. He was an annoyance. If there's one negative, fucking Vincent D'Onofrio's character. I'm not saying Vincent D'Onofrio is a bad actor. I just feel like his character was fucking pointless and useless. Um, he did have some pretty funny scenes. I have to say, admit that. But aside from that, he was a pretty shitty character. I mean, yeah, I mean, it's like this. My friend told me this while we were watching this. Fat guy always dies. It's like, yeah, that's pretty true. I mean, even the first movie, the fat guy died. Um, so yeah, I mean, it's just case in point. The fat guy always dies. I kind of wish they would have showed him his death. I mean, kind of hint at it. I mean, the raptor comes and he's looking at Vincent D'Onofrio like he's gonna eat him and kill him, which he does. But then you have Chris Pratt, Price, that's hard, and the two kids. They're gonna run off, and you just hear Vincent D'Onofrio scream. I'm like, why couldn't they have shown that? I mean, it would have been gory, but who gives a rat's ass? We want him to die. So I mean, it's a great action movie. And you see, there are some touching parts also where you have Chris Pratt's his character Owen, and when you have like this a dinosaur, the Indominus Rex, he's basically killing for fun, basically killing for his own enjoyment. And there's this one scene where he kills the Brontosaurus. We don't see it, but the aftermath where the Brontosaurus are kind of just lying there dead. And you have Bryce Dallas Howard and Chris Pratt, and they're holding this one Brontosaurus's head, saying that it's all gonna be all fine. And that was actually a pretty touching scene. I mean, the only thing that took me out of the scene was the animatronics or whatever, the CGI or whatever they used for that. That kind of took me out because like I could tell that's fake. I mean, there's really just two negatives. That Vincent D'Onofrio's character just pointless, and sometimes the CGI or the special effects aren't as good as they could be. So yeah, but I mean, at the end, overall, it's a great movie. You even have you have the fucking T-Rex from the first movie comes back just to whoop Indominus Rex's ass, or tries to. Yeah, Indominus Rex, stronger, better, be younger, whoops fucking T-Rex's ass. Um, I mean, but then you have one of the Raptors that Chris Pratt trains just comes out of nowhere and just starts attacking Indominus Rex. That's a great scene towards the end. T-Rex and the Raptor gang up on the Indominus Rex, push him to the water, and then fucking Megalodon just swallows his ass. Oh my gosh, was I laughing? I was laughing like a motherfucker in that scene. Oh my gosh. Damn, that was like, yeah, this is a fantastic movie. It's not perfect. It does have its flaws. Fucking fucking Vincent D'Onofrio and the CGI being not as good as it could be, or the special effects not being as great as it could be, but there were some incredible fucking action scenes, and it does bring. And then you also have Chris Pratt at the beginning where he's like, is it? And we saw this from the trailers. Like, is it really a good idea to actually, I don't know, have create a new dinosaur and mess with genetics? And sure enough, this is what happens if you mess with genetics. But then my one question is, we've seen this in 3 previous movies that Jurassic World isn't really that safe. So now is when you decide. I mean, yes, I know it's been safe for 10 years, but I don't think that Jurassic World is gonna be open anytime soon. Jurassic Park is gonna be open anytime soon. Um, so yeah, I mean, overall, it's a great movie. I mean, there's so many memorable scenes. Where Chris Pratt is riding with the Raptors on the motorcycle. And then you have right behind him, you have Ice Harrier and the 2 kids, and like this moving van or whatever, and they're basically like tasing the one of the dinosaurs or whatever. That was pretty funny. The Indominus Rex just wiping out a bunch of soldiers as well. That was pretty good. I mean, overall, great movie. It's a fantastic movie. It's not a perfect movie. It's not perfect, but fantastic. This is definitely one of those movies you can just shut your brain off, have fun. If you like the previous movies, okay. If you haven't seen the previous movies, I could see someone not having seen the previous movies and still walk into this, not knowing anything and still enjoying this, because they do reference stuff from the first movie at the very least. They do reference stuff from the first movie, but I feel like even if you haven't watched the first movie or the original 3 movies, or even the first one, because you could still come into this movie and enjoy it for what it is, which is a great fun action popcorn film. And that's basically what it is, a fun action popcorn film. CGI, animatronics, special effects, sometimes not being as good as it could be. Vincent D'Onofrio's character, you could write his character out completely, probably make the movie a whole lot better, but whatever. Overall, it's a great movie. Definitely do check it out if you haven't already. On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the worst, 10 being the best, and 6 being decent, I'd give this a 9 out of 10. Fantastic movie. Um, yeah, after Jurassic Park 3, this is the type of movie we needed. Now, hopefully Terminator Genesis could do the same for that franchise. And Star Wars: The Force Awakens. Um, so yeah, that's basically it for this review. Like the video, share on Facebook, Twitter, MySpace, or whatever you guys prefer. And aside from that, subscribe. I do movie reviews, TV show reviews, and comic book reviews. Comment down below on your thoughts on the movie and what's your favorite Jurassic World movie. I mean, as great as this movie is, you can't beat the original. You just can't beat the original. The original was so revolutionary as well. But this is definitely a second favorite Jurassic Park movie, and then probably Jurassic Park, the original one, then Jurassic World, then Park 2 and Park 3 for me. So yeah, that's basically it for this review. Like the video, share on Facebook, Twitter, MySpace, or whatever you prefer. And that's basically it for now. This is Daniel Mart signing off.